Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another exclusive members only video. And this video is going to be a little bit different than the videos that I was doing before. I want to do some more thematic videos where I talk about specific topics and issues about music production, and we can create this little knowledge base of different things. And this video is going to be uncut, so there's no editing. This is straight to the point. And today we're going to be talking about sound selection. I had plans to talk about the business side of the music, industry. Especially, I was thinking about doing a video talking about, let's say you get your first placement, right? What you should do, what you shouldn't do, the things that I've learned through my years of experience. There's a couple tips that are kind of obvious, but when you're going through it, I don't see them as obvious. And I want to do a video talking about those and structure my thoughts. So when you guys get your first song, your first placement, you're working with a label, with an artist for the first time, I can help you guys a little bit, and give you a little bit of my insights and my ideas. But I was on the Discord earlier today talking with the members. If you're watching this video, you're a member of this channel. You know that I have a Discord server that is public. Anyone can join, but inside of that Discord server, I got a members only chat, a members only section that only the YouTube members can see. And I was talking with the members earlier today, and Luca, our newest member here, he really wanted to see a video about sound selection. This is something that he's been struggling with, and I'm going to be honest, this is something I don't even think about, or I haven't thought about for many years at this point. But I know that it is an issue for beginner producers or people who are insecure about their music. I know that because I've went through that. But at this point, it's not even a question for me anymore. It's not something I think about it, or it's an issue or a struggle with. And I'll try to help you get to this point. So the video today is about sound selection. You guys can thank Luca for it. And please, if you're watching this video, again, you're a member here on the channel. You're paying to see these, this exclusive content, see content early. Leave a comment. This channel is for you guys. So leave a comment. Yo, I'm really struggling with this. Like you said, mixing or arrangement. I'm really struggling with this. Can you talk about this? I'll make a video on it, I have my own ideas, but I really want to see what you guys want. And please, if you're struggling with something, if you want to see a video about a certain topic, just let me know in the comments, and we're going to do it. So today we're going to be talking about sound selection. I structure my thoughts in a way that is simple to understand, and I broke it down in a couple points. Like I said, sound selection is not something that I think about often these days, but beginners struggle with it, and I understand it. There's a couple of things that I think you guys need to think about when the topic is sound selection, and it is simpler than it might look to, resolve these issues. The first thing about sound selection, in my opinion, is to listen to music. I know this is obvious. You didn't click on this video to see this, but we're going to get to the point. Listen to music. I feel like people, and this is my opinion, I feel like people, they make a bigger deal out of sounds and sound selection than they should. Listen to the music that you want to make, the music that you like, making, that you enjoy listening to. Really listen to it. Hear every single sound, listen to every single sound. You might find that most of the times the sounds are pretty straightforward, there's no secrets. Most of the times you're going to hear pianos, you're going to hear guitars, you're going to hear synth sounds. It's not often that you listen to a song that you hear something, you hear sounds that you don't know where it is from, how they made it. If you're not at that point yet, that you can listen to a song and just know what sound that is, or in your head it can kind of see the projects and replicate it, You're going to get to that point. Don't worry about it. But really listen to music. You might be making a bigger deal out of sound selection, as you should, you know? You might be complexifying this issue more than you should, more than it is, right? So that's the first thing. Listen to music. Listen to the songs that you want to produce, like the artists that you want to produce. You might find that a lot of the times they're using popular sounds, you know, and pretty much the same sounds and stuff. So that's the first point. I know this is not what you guys came here for, but yeah. The second point, and this is the most important one, that's why I have it highlighted. Get better sounds. That's just it. Get better sounds. It might not be easy to differentiate at the beginning. I know I didn't when you're starting to produce. But really, the only thing you need to have is better sounds. Get better drum kits. Get better one-shot kits. That will improve your sound drastically just by switching the drums. And what I'm going to do, switching the sounds that you're using. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave in the description a list of recommendations of a couple, you know, sounds that I use for like different genres and stuff, different styles. For example, I struggled with R&B a ton for a while until I found some good sounds. So for R&B, a drum kit that I really recommend is the Ivy's Robbie drum kit. The volume 1 is free online. He released it for free. But the volume 2 and the volume 3, I bought them. And this kit here just made my beats better. Straight up. Because they have good sounds. This kit has good sounds on it. If you're making trap beats, grab like a Venexxi kit. Grab Cody's, like the Metal Slug kit, you know? This is all the sounds that you need right here. They're good sounds. There's no bullshit. It's just straight up good sounds. And like, and I'm gonna have the recommendations. And also think for yourself. What you think are good sounds. What you think other people are just using just because. Or let's take a practical example. I love That's Right's music, and he's a huge inspiration for my music and how I make samples and stuff. He recently released a contact bank, Freak 2. I tried it for a couple of days. I think I have a video that I use it, but I just don't like the bank, you know? So I'm not using it anymore, even though a lot of people are going to be using it because it's a That's Right bank. It looks cool. He sent that bank to a lot of people, so a lot of people made videos trying it out. And they're obviously not going to make videos trying it out and talking bad about the plugin. And I'm not even saying that the plugin is bad, the contact bank is bad, or that they didn't like it. But that might create an idea that I need this. I tried it for a while. I really tried it. It didn't click for me, right? So I'm not using it anymore. You might look at a producer and maybe like see that he's using a type of sound and you think that you need that sound. You don't. Think for yourself. Like, develop your own taste. Your own taste in music. Your own sounds. Like, favorite the sounds that you like. Search for them, you know. Talking about the That's Right bank stuff. One plugin that I've been using a lot, and you guys have seen this plugin a ton, is Sky Keys. I've used it a lot recently, and this is on a lot of my videos. I don't have anything to do with like Sky Keys or the creator or Sky Studios or whatever. I bought this plugin. I've been using it a lot because I like the sounds. you know. That's why I say sound selection isn't an issue, or hasn't been an issue for me in in a long while. Even though you got like That's Right's Bank, or for example, I've used Analog Lab for a while, right? For a long time. And I don't even use it anymore. I rarely use it anymore. There's so many sounds in here. I think there's like 7,000 presets in here. And that's kind of the problem, actually. There's too many sounds. There's too many sounds. It just takes me so long to find the sounds that I like. If we don't have these plugins, I haven't been using them anymore. And I'd rather use this 25 bucks plugin, which looks terrible, right? Like if you look at this and compare it with Analog Lab, there's no like fancy animations and stuff. You can see that the design of the plugin wasn't like really the point of the plugin. They just threw it together. But every single sound in this plugin is good, you know? I like every single sound, so I'm using it. Even though it's a cheap plugin, right? It's basically a sampler. It's just one shots. But the sounds, every single sound is good. So I'm trying this plugin, I'm using it, and every time that I try it, I use it. I'm like, damn, this is good. So I'm using it. I'm just naturally using it. The effects are good. So that's what I'm talking about. Think for yourself, develop your own taste. Listen to music. That's why I like Sky Keys. A lot of the sounds, they're really like popular sounds. They are sounds like timeless sounds. You can find them on artists from many genres. And that's, I think, the biggest issue that producers, you know, have when you're talking about sound selection. Just get better sounds. I'm gonna leave some drum kit recommendations in the description for different genres, some VST recommendations, but don't go out there and buy, you know, every single drum kit. You don't need all the drum kits that I have here. A lot of these drum kits, people just send me, you know, they release the drum kits, they send me for me to try it out. I don't pay for them. So I have a lot of stuff, and I don't use the majority of these drum kits, bro. I don't use them. I rather stick with the ones that I actually like, that have actually good sounds and consistent good sounds. I don't want to scroll through a bunch of bad sounds to find one good one, right? One thing that you guys see with my videos and how I produce, I don't use many different plugins, many different VSTs. I'm more of the, I like the idea of having less but having good things. So with effects, I don't use a lot of effects. I use the Valhalla effects, Echo Boys, Sound Toys, Valhalla, Waves. There's like Portal, some good Hertz plugins that I bought, and that's it. I'm not trying every single new plugin that comes out. I'm not trying every single new VST that comes out. I'm not trying every single drum kit that comes out. When you get to that headspace that you're always looking for the next thing, you're never satisfied with what you have, and you're always putting the blame into the sounds that you have. You're thinking to yourself like, I don't have good enough sounds, I need that other thing. But every week, every month, there's going to be a new plugin. There's going to be a new VST. There's going to be more sounds. Some people live off of doing drum kits, doing one-shot kits. They're always going to come up with new kits. You might not need other kits. Look at what you already have. And honestly, if you have a ton of drum kits and you see that you're not using them, delete them, you know? This is obviously not all the kits that I've gathered through 8 years of producing. If I don't like it, I try it. If I don't like it, I delete it. I don't even want to have it. I don't want to have a kit here or a VST taking space from something that is actually good, you know? So think about that when you're getting your sounds. That's the most important thing. Get good sounds. Try out. If you don't like it, delete it. Keep the ones that you actually like. Don't use a plugin just because that other person uses it, right? So this is the biggest thing. Get better sounds. I have my recommendations. Go on Reddit sometimes. People on Reddit, they do like compilation, like drum kit, like compilations for specific genres and stuff. Get better sounds. That's the most important thing. Another big thing that I feel like I've talked about already is to trust your gut. If there's a style that you like, if there's a plugin that you like, even if no one else uses it, even if it's not the popular plugin of that moment, trust your gut, you know? My music really took a leap and I started to get more songs when I started to trust my gut and do the type of music that I want to make. And when you do that, you develop your own sound, you develop your own taste. And these issues with like sounds, like they don't exist anymore because things just click. You're just using the sounds that you want to use because you're making the music that you want to make. So trust your gut. If there's something you like, use it. If the plugin of the moment, the popular plugin of the moment, you tried it, you don't like it, don't use it. Make it more about yourself, honestly. You know, make the music that you want to make. Develop your taste. And it takes time, man. You gotta have patience. Obviously, I don't think you're going to watch this video and your issues will be just solved like magically. It doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of time. I know that. But you gotta have patience. Think about what you're doing. Why are you using a sound? We're not using that other one. Trust your gut. Develop your taste. Have faith in yourself. Like, you can do it, bro. You can do it. You know? Develop your style so you can push it further. And have patience. It takes time. And these things will start to click. Even when we're talking about arrangement, you know, mixing, you can watch many videos on YouTube about all those things. They definitely help. But patience, you need that. It's not going to just magically click when you get off this video and now you have all the sounds that you need. It's going to take a little bit, you know? But if you trust your gut, if you develop your taste and you have patience, you're going to get there. You're going to be fine. The biggest point though, honestly, just get better sounds. I feel like a lot of people, they just, I don't know, they use some terrible sounds. Even on the Discord, I have a feedback section on there. If you're not in the Discord, bro, check the Discord, join it. You can send, you know, beats and loops for other people to give feedback on. I'm always checking. And a lot of times, people, they have good ideas. They just don't have good sounds. Like, if you're making trap music, bro, trap beats, all you need is the Venexxi 3K kit. I like this kit because it doesn't have a lot of sounds, but every single sound is good. If you just switch the sounds that you're using to these ones, your beats are just going to be instantly better. Obviously, you need to mix them, you know. And you can get better mixing and better arrangement with time, you know. But just get better sounds. I think it comes down to this. It's better for you to start from a good place, starting from a good drum sounds, starting from a good VST sounds, something that is just almost there. A lot of times I don't even put plugins. There's some sounds that I just use them because they just sound good, and I don't see the need to change them or fix them. It's better for you to come from it's better for you to start from that place than to start from a shit sounds and try to mix it and change it and EQ it and compress it and add delays and reverbs and effects to make it better, to get it to the place that you want it to be. So if you want to take something from this video, get better sounds. I'll see you on the next one. Leave in the description, in the comments, recommendations. What you guys want to see next in these videos. I'm cooking up a video about a little bit of the business, some things that you need to know when you're going through the process of getting your first placement. You know, some obvious things that you need to be aware about. Let me know if you guys want to see that video, and I can make it, you know, be the next one. See y'all on the next one. Join the Discord, follow me on Instagram, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys. Peace.